Hello there guys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, you are very welcome to the channel Marky's Herps. If you're a newcomer, don't be afraid to comment down below, I generally always reply. And subscribe if you like my Irish sexual vibe, or if you're a child, just my Irish vibe. PG, keep it PG lads. Anyway, this is my latest acquisition. Her name is Snitch henceforth, and she is a Taiwanese beauty rat snake, or Taiwan beauty rat snake, or striped tail racer. There's 50 million common names for these guys, and I don't know off by heart how to pronounce the Latin name. It's in my head somewhere, but I'm not going to embarrass myself by trying to pronounce it. But anyway guys, I picked this girl up there yesterday in Reptile Haven. Ben did his best to probe her, and to his knowledge she appears to be female, probably upwards of a year old. She's about 3 foot, and you know, she was just a stunning snake. I handled her probably 3 times over the last year in the shop. She's been sitting in the shop over a year, would you believe? And probably since she was a hatchling. I think they got her from the UK. And you know, it's a shame to see snakes like this in a pet shop sitting there idle while ball pythons and fucking corn snakes just fly off the shelf. It's crazy, and bearded dragons and terrapins. But I feel I'm lucky to actually have an appreciation for the kind of rarer species, comparatively rarer species in the hobby. You know, these things aren't exactly rare, but they're not exactly a dime a dozen over here either. So, you know, it's all good for me. She's my first old world Asian rat snake, so they're totally different beasts to your long-term staple breeds. She's no corn snake, she's no ball python, she's a totally different kettle of fish. They are much more flighty, generally more shy, but on the same token they are quite active and very, very fast. If you can picture, these guys live in Taiwan, and they share their space with probably, apart from king cobras, which actively hunt snakes, they probably share their geology and their range geography with various other fucking predators. So these guys have to be flighty to survive. On top of that, they kind of subsist themselves mainly on bird species. So, you know, they have to be fairly fucking greasy on their old scales to catch birds and shit, and fast moving rodents. So these are really active, proactive hunting snakes. They're not just lie in wait ambush predators. But that's about as far as my knowledge of their natural history goes. I'm not going to try and blag on and try and bullshit you guys. I have more research to do. There's actually not a lot of care videos and care sheets out there for these guys, but basically I have her in a 4-foot Viv Exotic vivarium. I have her on a heat pad that's probably running about 26, maybe hitting upper 27 and dipping down to 25 because it's an on and off type of thermostat. Again, these guys seem to prefer it a little bit cooler. That remains to be seen. I'll keep my eye on her poop, and if her poop is questionable after a few feeds, then I'll definitely up the temp. Humidity to some people is a big thing with these guys because they are from Taiwan, kind of a subtropical oriental kind of island, and humidity is probably high enough in their natural range. But then some people argue, like Ben was saying, he kept these experienced breeder and keeper and owner of a fucking reptile shop for God knows how many years now, and he reckoned that, you know, they don't really require any specific care other than what you'd normally give a corn snake or something like that. Just make sure they're well hydrated internally, and maybe give them a sweat box or a humid hide, as I'd call it, when they're in blue, and they'll figure it out. And, you know, just keep your ambient temps relatively okay. I mean, relatively normal. A water bowl maybe on the warm side would increase humidity, but, you know, I'm not going to sweat it, so to speak. If she has a bad shed, then yes, lesson learned, humidity must be increased. If she starts getting skin wrinkles, yes, humidity probably must be increased. But I'm not going to push humidity up to the point where she could be susceptible to a respiratory infection, because that would be a fucking disaster. Give me a sticky shed over a respiratory infection any fucking day of the week. So there you go. If you, a little tip in there for you how to monitor temp is probably by their poop. if their poop is questionable, bang up your temp a little bit, because either their digestive system or their stomach itself isn't digesting the food properly, their enzymes and stuff. And respiratory infection, too humid, bad shed, not humid enough. So there you go. And if they're very, very stressed and very, very particularly angry, your temp is probably too high. So that's her, guys. I just managed to get these few candid clips for you. I hope you enjoy it. You'll see a lot more of her on my Instagram if you want to go over there and follow me on delboy177, all the one word. If you're feeling very generous, why not hit that like button? It's very much appreciated. If you feel like it, why not hit that subscribe button to keep in touch with me content? And if you want to get to talk to me, hit me up in the comment section, and it is no trouble at all for me to get back to you. It's me, Mark. Take it handy if you have it handy. As the man says, take it twice. Good luck.